Ozzy.
I'm 2 years old now. I can walk a little, talk a little, and play with our family dog, Ozzy. He was named after a famous rock star named Ozzy Osbourne. Mommy and Daddy call themselves rockaholics, whatever that means. Ozzy was a big puppy dog. He was a Blue Heeler Shepherd mix. He was very old by the time I was born, so he was blind and deaf. I would help feed him every morning, guiding him to his food bowl and breaking his milk bowl biscuit in half for us to share.
WC, that's gross.
No, it's not. They're really good. I also would taste test his food, too.
No wonder we were medical mysteries.
Me and Ozzy were best friends. We even went to the bathroom together outside.
That's way too much embarrassing details for the internet, thank you.
Me and Daddy didn't care.
Mom and Dad never found out, you little shit. That's gross. Now stop. Alone.
I spent a lot of time alone. Daddy sawed my door in half. They wanted to keep an eye on me while I was locked in my room to make sure I wasn't doing something bad. The lock was on the outside of the door. It was up to them to remember to let me out. Didn't remember sometimes. I would get really hungry. I would yell and call out for them over the door, but no one was ever there. I would open up my picture books and look at the food characters would eat. I was so jealous of Curious George! Eventually, it would hurt too bad, and I would stack up all my furniture in order to escape, and learn to climb over the door and sneak my way into the kitchen. But Mommy and Daddy would know I escaped, and I didn't like being trapped in there. I didn't like being alone. What I hated most
was being forgotten and being punished for it. Hot air balloons. My childhood was rich with life, color, and wonder.
Every weekend, in the big empty field behind our house, people would take off in giant hot air balloons. I'd watch them lift off into the sky just as the sun began to rise. It was the most magical thing ever.
But here's the thing about life. All my life, anyway. It's an exchange. There's always a cost for such good things. So, for every wonderful thing comes a terrible thing. Are you serious? God. Wild child! Yes, we are fine. We have a 2-year-old who doesn't listen. Thank you. Bye-bye. You do that again, your little ass will get beat. You understand?
Yes, Mommy. I'm sorry, Mommy.
Hey, relax.
No, I'm tired of this shit every goddamn weekend. That alarm goes off. She just stay in her goddamn room like she's supposed to. Mother Earth. I was a wild child. A true Floridian, navigating the forest swamplands of my home with bare feet, knowing no fear of the dangers that lurk beneath them. I was invincible back then. I truly believed I could not die, that I was something of the swamp itself, so it wouldn't hurt me. Rainfall, mud, sunshine, the wind, the trees, the ecstasy of being alive for the first time. This is the spirit of my first era. As doors and locks became less important to my parents, my world opened up. I was free to explore the intricacies of my real mother, Earth, admire her every crevice, her every leaf, her every seed. The world was at my fingertips. The world was as far as my tiny feet could take me. The world I knew, God, it was good. It was beautiful, it was warm, it was lush, it was all mine. There is no deeper love for me by anything on this planet than nature itself. She was a constant wonder whom I adored. Mother Earth, thank you for raising me. Lost. I got lost when I was 2 years old.
Mommy tells us that story all the time. I was outside playing, and Mommy got distracted. Then I wandered away. She couldn't find me anywhere. She said her heart was attacked, so she called the police. And they couldn't find me either. They looked all over the neighborhood.
And where were you?
Eating dirt in the backyard. I never even left.
Imagine being so absent from your kid's life you don't even know they're not missing. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it is.
She yelled at me a lot after that.
Yeah, even though you did nothing wrong. Typical. Mars rocks.
I wouldn't see Mimi and Pop-Up except on special holidays, but I always loved going to their house. It was a mobile home on top of a tiny hill. Mimi's house was full of interesting things. Statues of Native Americans, animals carved from wood, and frogs! Frogs everywhere! She said they protected us from evil. She always warned me to stay away from the deer, too. She said they were evil. I'm scared of them. Mimi also warned me about owls. Looking at them in the eyes was like looking at death. She kept a giant stuffed owl above her bed as a way to ward off anything that might try to get her while she's sleeping. But even though her house was a little scary, nothing beat searching her long driveway for cool rocks. It was full of different granites and stones. My favorite ones were pieces of asphalt, which are called Oreo rocks, and volcanic rocks, which are Mars rocks. Mimi may not have liked me very much, but she did keep the first Mars rock I ever found. She kept it next to her bed. Maybe I was protecting her too.
Boy, oh boy.
What are you doing?
Eating a banana.
No, what are you wearing, wild child?
Overalls.
Where's your shirt, baby?
I don't need to wear a shirt. You don't wear a shirt, so I don't want to wear one either.
Girls have to wear shirts. You need to wear a shirt if you want to go outside.
What? Why?
That's the rules. You're not a boy.
But what if I am, though?
And that's when I started questioning my gender. Just kidding. I didn't do that till I was 26.
Yay. Hero. One thing about my dad, he was my hero. In a life where mom abandoned me, dad worked twice as hard to make me feel as best as I could. Was he perfect? Hell no. He was an abusive alcoholic. But did he try really damn hard? Yeah, he did.
Daddy, where's my Elmo?
Your Elmo?
Yeah, I don't have him.
Did you leave him at the arcade? Okay. Shh. Come on. Hello? Yes, it's the little red stuffed animal. No nose. She chewed it off. Yeah, that one. Yeah, thank you. We'll be right there to get him.
It was a long drive, but he went back to rescue my poor Elmo toy. It was my favorite. My first stim was rubbing his cold glass eyeballs on my upper lip. The thing was hideous, but my dad knew how much it meant to me. I never forgot this. It happened when I was only 2. Thanks, Dad, for being my hero. At least for a little bit. Fireworks.
Me and fireworks were not friends. Daddy loved them. Every holiday possible, he'd buy lots and lots of them and set them off right in our driveway. But the noise was too loud, and the danger of fire burning up Daddy or Mommy or our house was too scary for me. So I'd have meltdowns over them. One year, Daddy really wanted me to have fun with the fireworks. He didn't understand why I was scared or why the sound hurt, so he took my car seat out of the Chevy and put it on the concrete, and then strapped me into it. The fireworks went off. I screamed and cried, and I rocked the car seat until I fell over and cut my head open on the pavement. Daddy was mad. He said I was ungrateful and overdramatic for not enjoying the fireworks. He made me feel guilty about all the money he wasted not being able to use them. The car seat was never safe again. Daddy was never safe again.
Spoiled.
Growing up in the 90s was awesome! Our living room was so cool! Mommy and Daddy had this huge fake fish tank that was a tube that went from the floor to the ceiling. When you turned it on, plastic fishies would go up and down, and bubbles would float, and it would glow with rainbow lights! That thing was our prized possession for sure. We eventually did get a couch after Daddy built his band room. It was a shed that I helped him build in the backyard. I would carry buckets to and from where Daddy worked and pretend I was a dinosaur bouncing on a fallen log in an ancient forest. The band room was full of Daddy's drums, but sometimes I get to play my bouncy house in there. Everyone said I was spoiled. I was confused by that. Did spoiled kids get hit all the time? Yelled at all the time? Locked away all the time? I had nice things, like toys, but I didn't feel spoiled.
You weren't being spoiled. You were being distracted. Baptized. I was kidnapped at the ripe age of 2 years old by my psychotic Christian grandparents. They insisted I needed to be baptized, but my parents thought I was too young. Nanny and Papa did it anyway.
Going to adult church was so boring! Nanny always told me to hold still and be quiet, but I couldn't even color! But Nanny and Papa said today was special. They dressed me up in a white gown, and I got to go on the big stage in front of everyone. They were so happy for me! Well, I don't know what's happening though. Then I went up a lot of stairs, and there was a bathtub in this room. People with cameras recorded me.
Then some guy shoved my face into a towel, dunked me aggressively under the water, and pulled me back out. I was so goddamn confused, dude.
Now remember, Wild, this is a secret, okay? Don't tell your mommy.
I won't.
How was church?
I wear weird clothes, and a strange man tried to drown me in a bathtub on TV.
What? Shoelaces. For whatever reason, tying shoes was the bane of my existence. As a kid, I struggled to understand how it worked. Probably because I had no one to teach me but a book.
Nanny got me new shoes today. They were shiny and purple. They reminded me of unicorns. But the shoe had laces, and I couldn't tie them. And Mommy said I was too accident-prone for them. Whatever that means. But Daddy had an idea. He said he could make the shoelaces disappear and turn my shoes into slip-ons. He tied them on my feet, measured it out, cut off the laces, then flicked open his lighter.
And then I freaked the hell out.
He was gonna burn my new unicorn shoes!
He was burning the frayed laces so they would stay in place. He wasn't ruining the shoes.
You don't know that! You don't know anything! You're just a stupid adult!
Damn, I wish you were wrong. Waiting. With the whole family on the back of my beloved father, I almost never saw him around. The days before preschool were agonizing without Dad there. It was just me and Mom, who butt heads. Yeah, that 27-year-old woman had beef with a 2-year-old, imagine that.
I would wait every day for Daddy to get home. We turned one of our closets into a whole laundry room that goes in the garage. I'd stay in that room with a blanket and a huge I Spy book and would wait patiently for him to get home. The moment I heard the handle jiggle, I jumped up for joy and leaped into his arms. He picked me up and I buried my face to his bristly chin. I loved stimming with it, but he wouldn't be as happy to see Mommy. They would yell a lot, because Mommy was supposed to cook dinner and clean the house, but she never did. Daddy was angry.
And I can't blame him. Having to work and provide for every living thing in your life, and your worthless parents, your wife, your kid, your dying dog, like goddamn, the least anyone could have done for him is cook for him. I'm angry too. You're valid, Dad. Independence.
Mommy said I need to gain some independence. Whatever that means. I started to learn all sorts of stuff by myself. Like how to clean my room, how to brush my teeth, and how to put away the dishes. But I wasn't very good at it yet. One time, I tried to pour my own orange juice into a sippy cup. Pouring drinks was the hardest thing ever, and of course, I ended up spilling it everywhere. I tried to clean it up with paper towels, but it woke up Mommy and...
You get what happens at this point, I hope.
I was scared of making mistakes.
I still am.
I felt like I couldn't do anything right.
I still can't.
All I wanted to do was learn.
And instead,
I got hurt.
Bloopers.
She said they perfected us. Oh, perfected? That is not what the fuck?
Oh, let Wild Child say fuck.
He turned one of our closets into a laundry. Whoa, what the fuck?
God damn it, stop saying fuck, Wild Child, stop. Stop, you're already corrupted enough. We don't need this.
The moment I heard the handle jiggle, I jumped up for joy. And die! Apparently, what the freak? There, I said freak.